Alright, you little demons, Jules here for WhatCulture.com, back again with another episode of the awesomely named and awfully hosted Choose Your Own Adventure, the weekly medieval format where I, the crown jewels of WhatCulture.com, take a list chosen by you. Yes, you, the person who has... Yes, you might have guessed it now, got a brand new jumper. I kid, of course, this is very, very old and it stinks a little bit as well. I've got a brand new headset, so expect to see me do more VR stuff down the line. It is the future. I am the future. It scares me. I'm terrified a little bit, and I look like an idiot. And I'm getting rid of it as soon as I finish this sentence. There we go, back to reality. Yes, you get to decide what list I dole out to you each and every week. And this week we have none other to thank than... Amirash Kanalavi. Apologies if I mispronounced your name, but I do thank you, my good friend, for your suggestion of video game achievements that were so downright weird that they made us elicit one word and one word only, and that was... What? And here's the thing, when it comes to achievements, you can either fall in one of two camps. You can either go for the full completionist route where you're trying to get every single achievement, eating up all of those platinum trophies like they were tasty, tasty treats, or you can be like me and just go, nah, I barely have enough time to turn my fridge on every now and again to get the food cold. I do not have time. I'm time poor, my friends. So the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Wii U when that came out and it had 742 internal achievements. Yes. But you know what? That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate a good achievement that makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me scratch my head, and of course, the subject of today's video when it makes me say what. So let's have a chat about them. As I'm Jules, this is WhatCulture.com, and these are 8 video game achievements that made you say what? And you know the drill. Put your suggestions for next week's episode down in the comment section below, baby! Now let's get on with it. Boom! Number 8, Take 5, Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard. Okay, so I'm just going to say it here. Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard, isn't that great? It's not a good game. I'm sorry if you expected it to be good, and admittedly it did have some good ideas of trying to take the piss out of the testosterone-fueled, uber-macho sort of 80s action parody game. It was a good idea, but the execution left a lot to be desired. Developers Vicious Circle Software clearly had a laugh, though, when they tossed the player easy achievements for literally just starting their game and watching the end credits without skipping them. But there's another, even easier one that you'll naturally unlock whilst playing. The Take 5 achievement will pop the very first time that you pause gameplay. Literally, all you have to do is hit the pause button at any time and the trophy is yours. That's it. That's all you've got to do. I mean, it definitely takes the piss out of like the achievements, but the fact that it's rewarding you for them probably will make some players think that they want to 100% this game, so they'll go and do it anyway, thus feeding the cycle of wanting to get more 100% and platinum trophies in their games. So again, I understand what they were doing, but no, not for me. Pass. Move on. Get out of here. Number 7, Testa Kill, Blitz the League 2. So Blitz the League 2 is an over-the-top and wildly chaotic American football game, a sports pastime that hasn't really affected people here in the UK. We kind of all just watch collectively and go, okay then, that's a lot of downtime in between the very few plays and a lot of grunting, a lot of sweaty shouting, and then at the end of it you just go, I can see why people get drunk watching this game, because there's all else to do apart from the 15 seconds of actual action that happens every 40 minutes or so. Also, I'm led to believe by watching any one of your games there. But anyway, I digress. If you enjoy American football, good on you, my friend. I don't even like regular football over here, so who am I to judge? Sports I like climbing walls. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, long story short, and I completely got off the rails, and apologies to the American fans out there. What I'm trying to say is that this game is really fun, and I probably should have led with the fact that it lets you destroy your opponent's scrotums. The game's Testa Kill achievement will pop, possibly a suspect choice of words in this case, if you manage to rupture 10 rival players' scrotums in any mode of play. You see, the game's intentionally over-the-top parade of violence extends to allowing players to target specific parts of an opponent's body, including their nuts. And it goes into some pretty gruesome detail as well, as you basically connect with them, it will then go into an X-ray mode where you see the balls, disappear like Thanos snapped his fingers, my friend. It's pretty gruesome, up there with the likes of Sniper Elite. Yikes. Curiously though, this isn't the only nutshot-related achievement out there. The John Woo game Stranglehold also has an achievement named Testa Kill for shooting a fellow player in the crotch, while Sniper Elite 5, there it is, will dole out Das Familienjeweler, as in the Family Jewels, achievement for shooting Hitler in the balls. For Queen and Country! Nice. Number 6. All the purchasable trophies. Nier Automata, Potata. Nier Automata, Potata, is a game governed entirely by the brilliant eccentricities of director Yoko Taro, and that is quite hilariously, if contentiously, reflected in its achievement set. You see, the action RPG sequel totally detonates the very idea of achievements by featuring a secret shop in the Resistance camp where players can just, buy the majority of the trophies with in-game currency. Now, to be clear, you do need to beat the game like 3 times in order to unlock all the ones that you can purchase, and you can't buy mission or story-related ones, but yes, every other one can be bought with in-game currency. So if you do not fancy going out there, exploring the world, grinding and doing all that stuff, you can just trade in some cash for them here. But the twist is, because of course there's a twist, it's a Yoko Taro bloody game, is that obviously going out there to get the currency in order to come back would probably take about the same amount of time, if not longer in some cases, than just bloody putting in the effort and doing it the old-fashioned way. But some feel that this facility undermines the glory of getting them the hard ways, when you could just unlock them with a shortcut, even though I've just explained that it's hardly that. But you know what, no matter what side you fall on, it's still absolutely hilarious to think that Yoko Taro was just looking over the achievements and then just thought, you know what, this is bollocks. Number 5, 15 hours spent at an alien strip club. High on Life. Now, High on Life, spend 15 hours inside an alien strip club achievement seems like the classic idle achievement. You just go to the location, you put the game on there and just let the energy bills rise and rise and rise while you waste 15 hours of real life in order to get something that matters to no one except other people who care about things that matter to no one. Sorry if that was a bit harsh. But in a typically subversive, tongue-in-cheek fashion for the game, that's not actually quite the case. And why is that, you ask? Well, shut up, Simon. I'll tell you why. Because there's actually no strip club in this game that you can actually visit. Now, there is admittedly something of a hint in the achievement's description, which reads, spend 15 hours at the very real in-game alien strip club, the sarcastic tone of which implies as much. And as it turns out, this achievement is unmissable whilst you're playing the main campaign, as during the boss fight against Nipulon, he'll drug you and decide to give you this achievement as a reward, whilst noting that it's both permanent and can be seen by everyone on your friends list. In effect, he's trying to embarrass you by making sure that your friends can see that you spent all of this time inside a strip club, which would obviously imply that you are a loser with no real life and an interest in alien strippers, which, I'm not gonna lie, I do have an intriguing bone in my body, and that's not the bone that you're thinking about, but I'm just intrigued to see what it would be like to be in there. I'm just saying, they may have some good food. I hear the buffets are good in some strip clubs. That genuinely has been something that's been said to me before. An all-you-can-eat buffet inside a strip club is a weird concept, but there we go. That's just what it is. That's what it is. And I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to end this segment here. Number 4. Nope. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Now, when you're playing horror games, it's very common to just be like, nah, I'm done. This is a bit too much for me. Things are getting too spicy for the pepper, you might say. But there are some cases where the developers will turn around and be like, come on, you big boo-hoo baby. You couldn't even make it through the initial part of the game? Come on. And that's exactly what the Nope achievement is all about in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Because indeed, the classic horror survival game will give the players the Nope achievement for quitting the game at the very beginning, as soon as they're given control of protagonist Daniel for what's effectively Amnesia's tutorial section. Or as the achievement's description quite generously puts it, you left when things were getting interesting. Seeing this chief pop up as you're thrown back to the game's menu is nothing if not hilariously unexpected, and allows developers frictional games to have some fun with players who've decided that Amnesia isn't for them, without straight up mocking them for being babies. But all the same, it's actually a bit of a low-key wholesome moment that the game actually lets you quit at all, because there are many horror titles out there that just go, nope. You ain't going anywhere, mate. It's a different kind of nope, and you're going to try and nope out, and I'm going to say nope to your nope. Number 3. Momentary Peasantry. Vala: Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse. Now, first off, if you've not played, and I'll read the dev's description of this game here, the mass llama slaughter roguelite-ish couch co-op top-down twin-stick shooter, then you are missing the hell out. Secondly, it will give you an achievement for the most riotously rare of things, the game's own technical deficiencies when things get too chaotic. For you see, in order to pop momentary peasantry, what you need to do is effectively try and crash the game. You need to make the frame rate dip further than is acceptable, and then the achievement will pop. Yes, there's an achievement for making the game's performance dip with the sheer amount of carnage taking place on screen. Naturally, the better equipped your rig is, the tougher it'll actually be for this one to pop, though most achievement guides for this game recommend triggering a chain reaction of explosions in order to hamper the frame rate as much as possible, given how resource-intensive fire tends to be in most games. All the same, I can definitely say that I never expected to load up this game and get an achievement for trying to tank it. Number 2, I did it for the trophy, Yakuza 0. Okay, let's talk about it. You knew that there was going to be one naughty achievement on here, one that was just going to make you feel right down and dirty for trying to get. And this one right here from Yakuza 0, where you basically just have to watch porn, or what amounts to it in this game. And it's like live action women in a video game, and that just always sits weird because of the tonal difference right there. Not especially the content that which you're watching. And the fact that each time you see one of these VHSs, it ends with a close-up of a tissue box. Are we done here, Dan? Do people know what we're talking about? Yeah, oh, you dirty pig. And number 1, a slap in the face, Sleeping Dogs. And so we're going to wrap things up with a tonally daft thing now, with pretty good GTA clone Sleeping Dogs and its most gut-bustingly bizarre achievement for murdering your fellow man with a fish of all things. The A Slap in the Face achievement is triggered by simply grabbing a fish from one of the fish tanks scattered around the game and hitting an enemy with it so damn hard it straight up kills them. And as comical as this might sound, the bullet point on the experience is the fact that you get an achievement for doing it. Sleeping Dogs, more like slapping dogfish. Come on. That was good. Given that players may well do this without the game needing to give them any prompting or incentive, getting a reward for it is some wonderfully unexpected icing on the cake. So the takeaway here from slapping dogfish, I will use it again, is the fact that every time that a video game allows you to use an animal as a weapon, you better do it. Animal cruelty for a reward. What am I saying? Let's end this now. And there we go, my friends. Those were 8 video game achievements that made you say, what? I hope that you enjoyed that, and please let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below, as well as put your suggestions for next week's episodes down there as well, you lovely, lovely, lovely people. And if you want to chat to me in the social medias in between these stints here on WhatCulture, you can go over to here, where all of my lovely little handles will be, or you can go over to FGS, the Future Game Show YouTube channel, where I am there permanently as a host. I'm doing 2 series at the moment. I'm helping people discover brand new games that I think that you guys should check out. And I've also got a list series that I do every Friday where it's only filled with deep cuts. So it's games that you'll never have heard of, or ones that you need to know more about, or ones that you just not thought about in absolutely years. So come join me on the FGS YouTube channel with a deep cut with Jules Gill, baby. Anyway, that's been it today. Hope that you're treating yourself well. Big love to you all. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time here on WhatCulture for another Choose Your Own Adventure. Now get out of here, you little scamps. Go and have some fun. You deserve it. Bye.